Hello, my lovelies. Thank you for tuning in to your Talking to Heaven tarot reading. We're recording this November of 2022. However, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you stumble upon it, please know that there is probably a message in here for you to take with you today. So we're going to start by pulling some oracle cards, get some specs on where our mindset is, where our emotions are. I always want to start these readings by saying that there could be a trigger warning because I never know what Spirit's going to say when we try to talk to heaven. The spirits on the other side have messages for us that sometimes we're not ready to hear. It also can reveal situations that we were not aware of. Wise leader is coming in, and it's a female energy. And the card reads, "You are a beacon for others." So this tells me that you not only hear from the other side, but you hear from people that you don't even know. So your light shines very, very bright. And the spirits that have crossed over can see your light. And they know that you can hear them. They know that you're picking up on the signs that they're leaving. And sometimes they will pop in just to be recognized, even though you don't know them. You may have a dream of a neighbor that has passed on. You may have various energies coming into you and you don't know who they are. So sometimes it's hard to distinguish whether it's the person you're looking to connect with or a random spirit that's popping in because your front porch light is on and they see it and they're stopping in to say hello. And it can be kind of unnerving. Oh, okay. Unknown territory we're coming in with. And you're exactly where you need to be is how it reads. And if you notice these cards, you have the wise leader looking to the left and the unknown territory looking towards the right. So they're not facing each other. They're looking at things from a different perspective. They're looking on the past for their wisdom, but they're also looking towards the future for the new unknown territory. This talks about you opening up your energy level in order for you to get the messages that you need from your loved ones. So you're very, very sensitive. You are feeling the energies. You're hearing your name be called. You're recognizing different scents around you, whether it's a perfume or a flower. Something is triggering you to be more conscious of what's going on that you can't physically see or touch with your physical body, and you're allowing your psychic abilities to open up. And sometimes they can be scary. And when we start hearing our name being called, or we see things out of the corner of our eyes, or the phone that's unplugged starts to ring, that can kind of make us a little unnerved. I know that personally last night I was laying on the bed watching social media and I felt the bed springs compress right next to me. And I'm like, okay, somebody's here. Now what do I do? So I kind of waited for something else to happen. I waited for my animals to react and nothing happened. So I'm just going with, I wasn't picking up on a male or a female. I wasn't picking up on any of that, but I just know that there was somebody that had made an appearance. And all I can do is recognize that, yes, I know you're here. And I'll actually be like, do you want to tell me who you are? And a lot of times I won't get anything. Sometimes I'll get other signs or symbols or something for me to kind of put two and two together. And it's really spooky when you're awake and that happens. A lot of times our loved ones will come to us while we're sleeping because our conscious mind is quiet and we're able to expand and not be frightened when they come in. Sometimes we remember the dreams and sometimes we don't. So if you're at a point in your journey that you haven't been remembering your dreams when they come to visit you, you may be starting to recognize little glimpses of their impressions or them being in dreams. while you're going through your daily moment, and all of a sudden parts of your dreams kind of pop into your mind when you're doing something, know that they were with you at that moment. And they took that opportunity to visit with you because you were not in your physical body, you're in your spiritual body, and you're able to connect without being afraid. Let's go ahead and pull some cards from the Talking to Heaven Tarot deck, or Oracle deck rather, and see what their messages are for us. Like I said, you're more open, you're a beacon. The time is now that you're going to understand the messages, because you're exactly where you need to be now. So if you've been wanting someone to come in and they haven't, know that you are ready to communicate with them without the fear. Okay, they're coming in with, I will always point you in the right direction. So they're telling us here that they've been with us during certain crossroads that we had to overcome, that we were lost, we were confused, we were doubtful, all those kind of emotions that we go through when we have to make a big decision. And this can be within your personal life, your spirituality, your job, your home. Whenever you came to a decision that was hard for you, know that they were there sending you love, sending you the guidance, and pointing you in the right direction, whether you recognized it or not. They have abilities of letting us know that they're there, that we can't really comprehend in our human body. They want you to know that they're learning over there. They have elevated to a new spiritual level, that they're able to learn new things, and they have a new understanding of their spiritual journey. They see things we don't see. They can tap into energies and really be able to manipulate things that they couldn't hear in the physical. And we forget about that. When we come down to do our earthly journey, we come with some spiritual knowledge that we end up forgetting. And because of the journey we're here now, when we go back to the other side and we cross through that veil into the different portal, they now have leveled up, so to speak, and now they're going through another class. Okay. Oh, look at this. Guys, I see this so often. It's not your fault. And sometimes when we have that grief energy, that we think we should have done something different, we should have been there for them more, something, we feel guilty for their passing. Somehow, some way, we internalize that we didn't do enough. And we have to recognize that we all have different exit points. And there's debate on how many exit points that we bring with us when we're here. But there's different times that we can check out without any negative or low-lying issues, and it's okay. We do have to move on, but we didn't learn all the lessons, but we learned enough. Okay. We have free will when we get here. Each one of us, souls has free will when we get here. We get to make our choices based on what we want to do, what our soul needs to do. And sometimes when they leave and we feel guilt, that prevents us from allowing them to speak to us from the other side, because guilt is a low-lying energy. Okay, it's very heavy. It's really heavy to carry around. And we all go through different stages of guilt. Sometimes it's lessons, and then sometimes it's really intense. And it just is the cycle when we lose people that we love. But we have to remember it's not our fault. Even if we argued with them the day before they passed over, even if we weren't speaking to them, it's not our fault. It's the journey. And we can't take that person. We need to find peace with that. And we all struggle with this, okay? All of us. When we have someone that passes over, there's not one person that I've talked to that has not had some kind of guilt for either not doing or saying something to a loved one or someone very close to them that passes on. And this is where we also have to remember that as they can communicate with us, we can communicate with them. So while they're here pointing us in the right direction and allowing us to have free will, but guiding us to where we're supposed to be, and their ability increases, our ability increases to speak to them. So you don't have to do anything special to talk to them. You can write them a letter. You can just sit in your living room and speak out loud. They will hear you. They want you to have comfort. They want you to keep living in the life that you're still here to do because your job is not done. But they don't want you carrying around the guilt that may, because that's heavy baggage. Okay, the guilt is very heavy baggage. And we want to be able to communicate with our loved ones, so we have to rise above those energies that are not of love and light. We're coming in with the High Priest, and this is talking through your higher self, allowing your higher self to give you the guidance in listening to your inner intuition. Listening to your higher self will allow you to find the peace as to how you're going to communicate, find peace within your heart. It's going to give you clarity that your human form is struggling to accept. And here's our struggling to accept with the Knight of Swords in reverse. Because it's not something we can hold on to tangibly, it's hard for our minds to wrap around the abilities that are coming in for us now, okay? And the swords is all about our mental body. So we're struggling with our higher selves versus our mental capacity to understand what it is that's going on around us. The smells, the clock being on 111, someone calling you every day at 2:22 and there's no one there. You know, things along those lines that we're recognizing the signs, but we're not really understanding what they are. We can fear this, okay, in our mental body. Again, 9 of Swords, this is our mental body. We're fearing this, where we get ourselves all excited. We start to stress out about it. They're not talking to me. Oh my gosh, what is this happening? Why is my refrigerator light on, you know, and the refrigerator's unplugged? What is going on around me? And we start to fear the unknown. We also have the 2 of Wands, and this is talking about you seeing things from a different perspective and putting in a plan because you've made a decision to trust your instinct. You've made a decision to open up to your new gift of speaking to the other side. Remember, you're a beacon. So you're getting more messages from just your family members. You're getting messages from everybody because they can see your light. They can see that you are transmuting your soul light as like your porch light is on and you're like, hey, I'm down here, where a lot of the human souls running around have not reached that plateau in their spirituality to have that light on and to recognize when a soul is trying to communicate. It takes a lot of hard work. Okay, we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. It takes a lot of hard work, and this is a new journey. So this is not something that we've already built up our little stash of pentacles of all the things that we know how to do. This is where we're going to move into a new ability. So they're trying to tell you that while you're opening up to this, they're going to be here for you as you raise your vibration, as you open up your psychic abilities. They're going to help you. Let's see who it is specifically that is going to help you. Now I'm going to pull a romance card for this. All right, well, romance card is pulling on its own. Okay, it's coming in with very soon. And it says, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So they're saying set your intentions, set your boundaries, set who you are as your physical person and your spiritual person, and really delve deep. But very soon, your ability to communicate with the other side and really use your mediumship, your psychic abilities, your intuition, one of your senses, or a combination of your senses, depending on how sensitive you are is going to open up, and you need to be ready, but know that you're being very protected by the other side as well. So your spirit guides are here, your angels are here, your loved ones are here. This is not going to be something you need to fear, but something you need to accept, because this is how your life is going to be moving forward. I really thought they were going to come in and start talking about different things. I really didn't think that they were going to come in and talk about your psychic abilities in regards to your mediumship and the communications that you can have with them. Please know that they're much better now. They've crossed the bridge. They've gone to the other side, gone to the light, if you will. They're at peace. It's beautiful. It's tranquil. It's vibrant. They're learning over there. They are happy. And so you need to know that the grief that you feel is the love that you can no longer share with them in the physical. So they're asking you to share that love that you have for them in a different way, and use your psychic abilities and use your energy to communicate that with them while they're on the other side, and to cleanse that grief and allow that love that you still have and give it to them in a different way. They're communicating with you in a different way, so they're asking you to communicate the love you have for them in a different way. Let's go ahead and get some more clarification with our guidance oracle. Understand your body, and this is your body, mind, and spirit. This is everything that encompasses you, from the tips of your hair to the tips of your toes, everything that you embody, all your energy. So understand how it works. Understand what each sign represents to you. If you smell a certain perfume, who does that remind you of? So if you are with someone that, you know, you're with a coworker and all of a sudden you smell roses and that reminds you of your grandmother, know that their grandmother is stepping forward. So you can distinguish between the energies that are going to come to you. So you need to start recognizing what you think of and what you remind you, so that you can expand on this new ability that's coming in. Because for those of you that are resonating with this reading, you know you've been a medium for a long time. And as children, we're trained to shut it off. It's our imagination, that we had too much sugar before bed, whatever the case is. But we come here with those sensitivities. And as we grow and as we mature, some of us just shut it off. Some of us have to struggle to shut it off. But there were times as a child, you were able to tap into the other side by either seeing orbs, seeing shadows, hearing voices, knowing things you weren't supposed to know at a young age, things along that nature. And as we grow, we learn to shut it off in most cases, because our family members really didn't know what to do with us. Okay, they didn't understand what we were seeing, feeling, hearing, and they chalk it up to an imaginary friend. Okay, so now that you're able to distinguish for yourself as a grown adult, you're going to see things open up a lot more. So understand what your significances are with certain numbers, smells, clouds, birds, butterflies, whatever it is, and keep record of that, because that's what you're going to need to use while you communicate on the other side in your waking body, because now they want you to do this while you're awake, not just while you're asleep. I kid you not, guys. I'm going to have to change the name of this video. Be of service. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, I kid you not again, journey within. So your people from the other side are telling you that it's time for you to step into your own. It's time to step into your power. You need to be of service to communicate from the other side to the people around you in the physical. And that's going to be a little difficult, okay? Because not everybody wants or is open to hear from the other side. There's a lot of doubters out there. There's also a lot of schneisters out there to say, oh, I can talk to your great grandmother, give me $100. That's where they say be of service, because you will be representing a collective mediumship that we do to help people find peace with their grief, peace with their journey. Your spirituality is going to explode. Your psychic abilities are going to explode. The ability to download from the other side is really going to open up for you. So if you feel like you haven't been speaking to a particular person, it's because you're a beacon and everybody's trying to get in. They're beating down your front door because they know you can see them. They know you can hear them. They're aware of what you can do. So you may be getting contacted by these other people so you can relay messages to your friends and family, strangers in the grocery store, even if it's very slight, even if it's a compliment, and say, oh yeah, you look great in purple. And the purple, they're wearing purple because it's their loved one's favorite color and it happens to be their loved one's birthday. Even a slight message from the other side for them to heal their grief is going to be something that you're going to become a natural at. Keep in mind, you will be still connecting with your loved ones on the other side. You can call them at any time, because as you expand and you start to own this unknown territory and you really dial in, you'll be able to call in your people and really pinpoint who's speaking, who has the message, why are they coming in, notice dates, anniversaries, birthdays, holidays, of course, but it's the weird anniversaries they'll come in, not the ones you expect, like their birthday or their death date. It will be like the date that, people started dating, when their energy really collided and became one. Not necessarily the date of their marriage, stuff like that. I find that happens a lot. It was the date they met, not the date they got married, even though there'll be messages then as well. But you're looking for the messages at that date. You're not really looking for messages on the date that you possibly would have met this person, and that's when they want you to know specifically, without a doubt, that that's who they are. So that's why they'll pick and choose situations like that, so that you can really pinpoint that it's them. For some reason, I'm being asked to pull a card here, from a traditional card playing deck. I pulled out all the heart cards earlier today. Okay. And I really wasn't sure what I was going to do with these, but they said pull out the hearts, and I did. We're coming in with the Jack of Hearts and the Two of Hearts. The Two of Hearts is the Lover's card, okay? This is a symbol of unconditional love. This is a symbol of being balanced with the twos. The Jack is going to represent the knights, okay? New beginnings, new messages, moving forward with love in your heart, with the ability to give love to other people, to help with their peace. So you have a very big job to do, even if you do it subtly, because you are dealing with the human person that is struggling in their own right to find that balance between their grief, their life, their spirituality, whatever it is that they're dealing with at that moment. You're going to be able to give messages to them to help them along. This is a big journey. You have territory, journey, movement all over the place. It's coming fast. It's going to come in fast and furious, and you will be able to recognize those signs that you've been seeing all along as specific signs, as from specific people. You'll know who you're talking to. You'll know what their message is, and you'll know who to give it to. Sometimes it will be for you, and sometimes it's going to be for a stranger, but you're going to be of service and you're going to relay those messages, because even if you plant the seed and give a simple compliment about the purple shirt, it may not resonate at that moment. It may be something upon reflection that they'll put two and two together. So guys, thank you so much for letting me read for you today. Again, I thought this message was going to be completely different, but Spirit is talking about you connecting with them so that you can be of service to your own healing, in your own connection, in your own psychic abilities, as well as be of service to your community, in your family, and the people around you. You're going to be a beacon. You're going to have all the tea, okay? Because you're going to be spilling it to the people that need to hear it. You guys are amazing. I would really love to have you back. I would really love for you guys to comment and let me know how this resonates with you, if it does, and what new signs you've been seeing from your loved ones. Thank you so much. Take care, and I hope to see you soon.